Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. Today I am doing a Bible study. So I am doing a verse, it's chapter 1 of James, but I'm doing this first little part of it. It is verses 2 through 8. And we're really gonna focus on that for right now. So, it says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, but no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not a man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all of his ways." And we're really gonna focus, we're gonna focus on this whole part of the chapter. But we're going to take this, "but let him ask in faith and with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind." And we're going to have that as our anchor. So patience in this trial, that's our real anchor, but that's just going to be our verse, right? Think of that verse. So let's get right into the Bibles study. I am going to set this up to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I write it as Bible Weather Report, which I know is super funny, but I actually think this is such a good idea. So, James and then it was chapter 1. And I think the verse that we are going to do is going to be verse 6, right? So it's basically going to be 2 through 8. So that's what we're gonna write, 2 through 8. Okay, and this is our little sun. I think this is a great way just to get kind of creative in your own way, and spend time in the Word, right? So now, let's see here. We need to have our little cloud, because you know it's weather system, and weather has clouds. Okay, so we have our high pressure, right? And that would be our verse. So the verse that we did was that we are going to write here, like a verse that really stood out to us, is, "But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind." Right, so we're gonna write that down. So now we have right here our storm warning. right? So, in what we read here in 2 through 8, from what I understand, you know, we're looking for patience, right? And we know God gives us trials that help test our patience, which therefore if we pass the test, right, we're earning and we're gaining patience. We're getting better at being patient. And you know, a lot of life is all about patience, you know, waiting for God to answer our prayers, waiting for our path to be shown to us, you know, patience. Maybe there's something you want, you know, you just need to be patient. Well, that's something that this really focuses on here, and it's saying that if you lack in faith, right, if you lack in faith, if you're doubting on him, you're not going to get what you're looking for. You need to have faith in him and that he will answer your prayers, that he is going to help you. So that's what we're going to write here for our storm warning. So for the storm warning, I wrote lack of faith. That's our warning. Don't lack faith. So I wrote, if you seek something from God, you must trust his timing. Be patient. Right? So then we always have our promise, correct? God promises us a lot of things. You ask God for help, correct? So you're asking God the help in your patience so that you may pass the trial that you were on. He will help you get there, correct? But you have to ask him. So his promise. So it's right here, verse 5. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. So showers of blessings. What I got out of this is that God will provide. Correct? So God, he's going to provide us with what we need. What he knows we need. So that we may have those patience during our trials. So, God will provide. And he will give us all that we need to pass our trials. It's all in, like, us in the end. We need to take what God gives us and understand that that's all we need, and we can pass. You know, he's going to tell us exactly what we need to do. We just have to be able to hear. And that's probably like our hardest thing right now, is listening, you know, being able to hear what he's trying to tell us, because we have a lot of distractions in life. Okay. So then it's our forecast. So for the forecast, I guess it's really up to you what you want to write. Perhaps you just want to like write a summary of this, you know, or maybe you want to write a prayer. For me, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to write, you know, I spelled forecast wrong. But for me, I think I'm going to write a quick little thing, right? And then I'm going to write a prayer. So give me 1 second. So for the forecast, I simply wrote, believe in our Lord. He will give us our needs. It's our doings that allow us to pass. we can't let the devil intimidate us or take us down a different path. So then, which is a quick summary in my head of how I understand, right? And then it says, Dear Lord, I pray that you can guide me down the right path so I may pass the trials you test me with. Now you could go far more into depth in this, or you could simply stick with just this. It's really, how are you going to understand this better, correct? Like, how are you going to read this, take this, and keep it in your heart and your understandings? So I am going to make sure that the picture of this is imported and here for you to see it, along with my answers for what I wrote down. And I'll make sure to post this also on Instagram. So as soon as this video is up, this should also be up on my Instagram. So that's it for today's video. I am gonna do a Bible study, or not a Bible journaling of this chapter that I just read, well, the whole chapter, and I'm gonna film that and post that. It should be on the same chapter. It could be on a different one if something changes within that time. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.